A Trinidadian teenager is arrested in Syria for fighting for ISIS. And in sport, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force inflict more pain on Jamaica Scorpions. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Monday, January 14, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break.
10 women, 5 men. But who will be the RJR Gleaner Sports Foundation National Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year for 2018? That's the 58th annual RJR Gleaner Group Sports Foundation National Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards, live from the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel on Friday, January 18.
The New York Times is reporting that a 16-year-old Trinidadian boy has been captured on the battlefield in Syria with fighters for terror group ISIS. The boy was initially thought to be an American, but he was later confirmed by his older sister and U.S. officials to be Trinidadian. The American-backed militia that announced his capture said he was among 3 people apprehended in recent days in the battle zone fighting for ISIS. According to the report, the teenager was taken from the Twin Island Republic to the war zone when he was 12 years old by his mother, who converted to Islam after becoming involved with a radicalized man. The article quoted the boy's older sister as saying that after a 4-year silence, she heard from them for the first time last month when her mother contacted her via Facebook Messenger and sent a series of audio recordings that confirmed the 2 were alive and also pleaded for help to get out of Syria. In one of those messages, the mother said she did not want her son to fight. Her current whereabouts are unknown. Meantime, a Muslim activist in Trinidad and Tobago is calling on the government to help the 2 Trinidadian minors who are trapped in Syria. According to news reports, the brothers ages 7 and 11 are stranded in a camp for women and children in Syria. We get more in this TTT News report.
Leader for Wajihatul Islamiyah, Omar Abdullah, is calling on government to intervene in the matter whereby Mahmoud Ferreira and his younger brother Ayub at Camp Ranch in Syria after their father, who left Trinidad to join ISIS in 2014, is believed to be dead.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago should, by all means, make a request or do whatever is in their power to get those individuals back here in TNT. One of the key requisites of being a sovereign state is that every citizen are treated equally and fairly. And even if our citizens are abroad and they are arrested or charged or they're held in concentration camps or whatever the case may be, our government should offer as much assistance and much help to get those individuals back here in Trinidad.
Mr. Abdullah said the conditions at the camp are inhumane, thus government needs to get the boys home.
When conditions in those countries, are not as human friendly as it would be in other countries. The judicial system there in those countries is its worst, and due process is not followed in most cases.
The children were abandoned at the roadside, where they were then picked up by the Kurdish Arab Syrian Democratic Forces. They have been staying at the camp since. The boys' father is believed dead, while their stepmother is at another camp in Kurdish territory.
A new political party has been formed in Guyana as the country remains in limbo following last month's successful no-confidence vote against the government, which is being challenged. a former magistrate who found himself on the wrong side of the law last year, and a lawyer who created a stir on social media are among those behind the party, as we hear in this report from Royston Drakes of Capital News.
He created a wave on social media with a barrage of expletives against a young police officer. Attorney-at-law Ryan Crawford is turning to politics. Crawford and former magistrate and attorney-at-law Chandra Sowan and others have formed the Federal United Movement, dubbed Fed Up. Sowan said the party should be seen as the launch of a new beginning. The former magistrate, who was found guilty last year of failing to render assistance to an accident victim on the quarantine, said that race politics in this country is going to stifle all.
The race politics of the main political parties in this country is taking us nowhere. All we see from the time of independence to today is that we're going around in a cycle. And when we talk about the cycle, we see that it seems to be it's one or the other of the major political parties which are leading us. We thought that we were coming to some place where we can find some neutralization in this country when a third party emerged, and we trusted that third party that they were going to take us places.
And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Welcome back. It's now time for sport. Leg spinner Imran Khan snatched 5 wickets as Trinidad and Tobago Red Force piled further misery on Jamaica Scorpions with a 157-run victory early on the final day of the 4th round match yesterday. Now resuming at Sabina Park on 108 for 5, Scorpions showed little resistance as they folded for 167 in their second innings to plunge to their 3rd straight defeat of the season. Test left-hander Assad, fooded and unbeaten on 6 overnight, finished on 35 not out, but was the only bright spark for Scorpions as Khan tore through the innings with figures of 5 for 59. He took 4 of the 5 wickets, which tumbled for the addition of just 59 runs, with left-arm spinner Kerry Payer taking the other to end with 3 for 29. Test batsman Rovman Powell added just 11 to his overnight, 2 before becoming the first victim of the day with the score on 126. His dismissal had set the tone of the remainder of the innings. The victory was the first for Red Force, which had lost both of their previous outings. Meanwhile, Windward Islands Volcanoes captain Kirk Edwards struck his first regional first-class 100 in 5 years, but West Indies starlets Shimron Hetmeyer and Kimo Paul propelled leaders Guyana Jaguars to their 4th straight win in the regional 4-day competition. The 34-year-old Edwards, a former West Indies captain, top scored with a superb 139 as Volcanoes did well to get up to 361 in their second innings after the morning at the National Stadium on 167 for 3. Paul claimed 3 of the 7 wickets to fall to end with 4 for 72 and outstanding match figures of 10 for 129. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Until then, good afternoon.